At the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, but what was there before the beginning? What if I told you that before time, before space, even before existence itself, there was a presence that filled everything? From the brightest mind to the humblest believer, everyone has pondered what seems an unanswerable question. Where does God come from? Religions claim that God is eternal, without beginning or end. Science, although limited in this field, has explored the concept of time and the universe, but it cannot solve the enigma of an existence without inception. So, if God was not created, if he did not emerge from something greater, how does he exist? This is where things become even more enigmatic, because the question itself may be flawed. Perhaps the reason we find no answer is that God does not fit into our limited conceptions of beginning and end. Imagine a line without a start or finish. Try to visualize it, but your mind will search for an origin point. This happens because we are bound by time. God, on the other hand, is not. He is the creator of time, transcending it. There is no before God, because he has always existed. The Bible clearly states, "Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever you had formed the earth and the world, from everlasting to everlasting you are God." Psalms 92. If God is not subject to time, he does not need a beginning. He is the uncaused cause, the immovable mover philosophers have spoken about. Even physics gives us clues about this mystery. Einstein's theory of relativity shows that time is another dimension of the universe. If God created the universe, he also created time. This means that God does not depend on time to exist. Some scientists theorize about higher dimensions than ours, where time does not function as we understand it. It is possible that God exists in a reality we cannot comprehend. Many argue that the human mind will never fully grasp the concept of eternity. We are creatures with a beginning and an end, trapped in the flow of time. But if we could see from God's perspective, we would realize that time is merely an illusion compared to eternity. If God had an origin, it would mean there was something before him. But if there was something before, that would be God. This would lead us to an infinite chain of causes without a first cause. Yet everything points to the fact that this first cause exists, and it is him. This concept was explored by the philosopher Thomas Aquinas in his cosmological argument. Everything that exists has a cause. There cannot be an infinite chain of causes. There must be a first cause without origin. The Bible tells us that God is spirit and not limited by space. This means that God does not need a place to exist. He simply is. When Moses asked God for his name, he replied, "I am who I am." Exodus 3:14. This is the greatest of mysteries. God simply is. There is no before because he is the beginning of everything. There is no where because he is everywhere. The human mind is troubled by the inexplicable. We want answers. We want certainties. But true faith is not about understanding everything, but accepting that there are things beyond our comprehension. And if the key is not to know where God comes from, but to ask ourselves where he is leading us, let us pray. O eternal God, you who existed before time and space, you who were there before the first dawn, before the stars danced in the infinite void, even before matter existed, you are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, but without a beginning and without an end. For you are what you are in the unfathomable vastness, where there was neither light nor darkness, when the concept of before had not yet been conceived. You were there, you who were not created, who did not emerge from something greater, because there is nothing greater than you. You are the uncaused cause, the immovable mover that gives meaning to everything that exists. Human minds try to understand you, seeking an explanation for the inexplicable. But how can the creature comprehend the Creator? How can dust conceive the hand that shaped it? You are absolute existence, the pure essence of reality. If the universe had a beginning, you preceded it. If time is a line, you are above it, seeing it all in a single glance, mastering past, present, and future in an eternal now. For centuries, men have asked, where does God come from? But in this question, there is already a human limitation, as it assumes an origin, reducing your greatness to our limited dimensions. We cannot comprehend eternity, We cannot visualize a being that simply is, but we know that without you, nothing would exist. For you are the origin of all life, the source of all light, the foundation of all creation. O immutable God, the heavens proclaim your glory, all creation testifies to your existence. And although our minds are too small to grasp the infinite, our hearts cry out to you. We are creatures of time, praying to the relentless ticking clock, but you are the same yesterday, today, and forever. May our doubts not be a barrier but a bridge to faith. May our inability to understand not distance us, but draw us closer to you with humility. For if with just one word you created the universe, with just a whisper you could reveal truths our reason could never imagine. From eternity to eternity, you are God.